several things I say that I've learned in my life is one, allow the Lord to write your story. He writes the best stories. I may have read that in a book, but I have found that to be true. The Lord writes the best stories. You don't have to force things. You can trust where you are in your life. He's not finished with you yet, as the praise team often sings. And so just follow God's plan for your life. He has good things in store for you, and it's just amazing to stay in the will of God for your life. Look at me in the mirror. Oh, you're funny. Initially, I was brought into ministry via my parents. I was a part of a ministry household. My mom was a Bible teacher. My dad was an elder in the church, so kind of like a preacher in the church. And so they would have me do different tasks that were connected to their ministry, such as typing out sermons, uh, being a secretary for different auxiliaries in the church. So I was told to serve initially, but as my love for the Lord increased, I found myself desiring to serve. I found that I didn't like when there were holes in the ministry that I felt like I could fill. So I would volunteer, like, I'll do that. If no one else wants to do it, I'll do that. I'll clean up. Whatever needed to be done, I was willing to do it for God's house. About 7 or 8 years ago, the Lord gave Pastor Keith to start Fam Church. I was not initially on board with that. But through prayer, the Lord showed me that this is my idea. I have ordained this, and this is what I want you to do. And from that moment, I have been fully on board, fully committed, and excited about the work of the ministry at FAM. I love FAM Church. When I am not doing ministry work, I am working for the Department of Veterans Affairs for the National Colorectal Cancer Screening Program. I find that work to be very meaningful. I work as a data analyst, and I love my secular job. Um, when I'm not doing ministry work or my job for the VA, I enjoy spending time with my family, with my husband, with my daughter Dania, my son K3. When I'm not doing those things, I enjoy very much getting spa treatments, getting my nails done, getting my hair done, shopping. That's really fun for me these days. Um, I'm also developing a passion for special needs advocacy, like access for individuals with special needs within the ministry. I've learned that a lot of times people with special needs don't feel included in ministry. Um, they often stay at home for various reasons, whether it's logistics or not having a place for them. And I am developing a burning inside to do something about that. Several things I say that I've learned in my life is one, allow the Lord to write your story. He writes the best stories. I may have read that in a book, but I have found that to be true. The Lord writes the best stories. You don't have to force things. You can trust where you are in your life. God's not finished with you. He's not finished with you yet, as the praise team often sings. And so just follow God's plan for your life. He has good things in store for you, and it's just amazing to stay in the will of God for your life and to experience all that He has for you. Two, I have learned the importance of investing in your spiritual life now. Like, give God all you have in the current season that you're in. You do not know when you're going to need to withdraw from that relationship. So I've learned in various seasons of my life, I've been able to invest in my relationship with the Lord. And in my current season, I'm able to withdraw those sermons, withdraw that biblical knowledge, withdraw of that experience with God. So I encourage people to invest now in their spiritual life. The one that is on my mind and heart right now is Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, says the Lord, thoughts of good and not of evil, to bring you to an expected end. God has good plans for us, no matter what situation we find ourselves in currently. The people of God were preparing to go into captivity when we read this verse. And so you can't judge your destination or your outcome based upon where you find yourself currently. And I just think that it is good for the people of God to reassure themselves and comfort themselves with the fact that God has good plans for me. He has an expected end for me. I may not be able to see it. I may not comprehend it right now, but He has good plans for me. People who gave everything to ministry and everything to the service of God. And I'm so thankful for those examples, mothers and fathers who faithfully serve their families while faithfully serving the church. Sunday school teachers that I absolutely love and help to lay a foundation for my love for God now. I think of custodians who were quiet and didn't say much, but just their love and commitment to God was so evident in everything that they did. So, not a single story, but just a legacy of God's people serving Him well. And I just want to continue in that.